Are you considering ROTC? Well, that's fantastic. But let's be real. You're probably asking yourself, how hard is it, really? The answer is that ROTC is challenging, demanding, and sometimes miserable. But it's also transformative. It builds discipline, resilience, and leadership skills that stay with you for life. If you're serious about becoming an officer, it's important to know what you're getting into. Greetings, team. This is Christopher Littlestone of lifeasaspecialoperation.com, and in today's video, we are going to discuss how hard ROTC is. I just made an introduction video about what is ROTC. Please check it out if you need an introduction. But today's video is about what to expect, with a focus on how hard it is. Not to scare anyone off, but I can still remember my senior ROTC instructor, known as the Professor of Military Science or PMS. He was a full colonel, always and only light infantry, who had served multiple tours in Vietnam. His right-hand man was a Special Forces Sergeant Major. Together they trained us in the same way that they had fought, brutally, relentlessly, and without compromise. Our field training exercises were nothing like what my Air Force ROTC friends were doing at airports or simulators, or what my Navy buddies were doing on their cruises. While they were enjoying themselves, we were freezing in the woods, patrolling all day, practicing combat patrols until we were exhausted, and rucking through mud and rain. My first winter field training exercise, I had one of those terrible old-school Army sleeping bags. It soaked through in a storm, and when the temperature dropped, it froze solid. Imagine hauling a 10-pound lump of frozen nastiness that did nothing to keep you warm. This was my reality. I can still remember shivering endlessly, being numb, with condensation freezing on my uniform. Every FTX felt like a preview of Ranger School. We didn't play soldier, we lived it. We marched for miles under heavy rucks, navigated through forests with map and compass, rappelled off of towers in the rain, and did countless patrolling lanes. It was cold, it was miserable, it was tough, but I forged grit. That hardship made me absolutely prepared for the rest of my service, from Ranger School to leading soldiers in Special Forces. I don't think that ROTC field problems are like that anymore, but it might help to know what you're getting into. So let's start with the Army. Army ROTC is the most field-centric and tactics-heavy program. Over 4 years, it builds you from cadet to officer. Your freshman year, which is your MS1 year, which stands for Military Science 1, is an introduction to military science, leadership labs, drill and ceremony. You do PT usually 3 times a week, and you learn basic field skills. No contract yet, you're just exploring. Your sophomore or your MS2 year has continued PT and leadership labs, land navigation, small unit tactics, still non-contractual until you commit. Junior year or MS3 year, contracted cadets begin advanced training. Heavy emphasis is on tactics, patrolling, and leadership rotations. You prepare for the advanced camp at Fort Knox, the capstone evaluation. In your senior year or your MS4 year, cadets have leadership roles. You plan and run labs, you mentor juniors, and you finalize branch selection. As far as academics go, you'll complete 6 to 8 semesters of military science courses, where you'll study history, tactics, leadership, ethics, and operational planning. GPA standards are enforced. Falling below can jeopardize your commissioning. As far as fitness goes, you must pass the Army Combat Fitness Test, or ACFT, regularly. Events include deadlifts, sprint drag carry, push-ups, plank leg tuck, power throw, and a 2-mile run. Minimum standards rise as you advance in years. And then you have advanced camp. It's held at Fort Knox, about 35 to 36 days long. Core events include weapons qualification, day and night land navigation, STX patrolling lanes, the 6-mile battle march and shoot with a 35-pound ruck, and the culminating 12-mile ruck march. Leadership performance in patrolling lanes is heavily graded. This is the crucible of Army ROTC. Moving on to Navy and Marine ROTC. In ROTC cadets, called midshipmen, branch Navy or Marines. Their paths diverge significantly. Your freshman year, you have the Introduction to Naval Science, leadership labs, weekly PT, and exposure cruises. Sophomore year, you have expanded academics in naval history, navigation, engineering, and leadership. Marine option cadets begin focusing on ground combat fundamentals. Your junior year, you have leadership roles within the ROTC department, heavier academics, and summer cruises with active duty units. In your senior year is your final preparation for commissioning, which includes leadership billets and service assignments. As far as academics go, Navy and Marine options take naval science courses in seamanship, navigation, engineering, ethics, and naval operations. Marines emphasize small unit tactics. On the fitness side of the house, Navy cadets are required to take the Physical Readiness Test, or the PRT, which includes a run, push-ups, and plank. The Marines also have a Physical Fitness Test, PFT, but this includes pull-ups, crunches/plank, and a 3-mile run. The Marines also have the Combat Fitness Test, the CFT, which includes ammo can lifts, maneuvering under fire drills, and a shuttle run. Let's move on to summer training. For Navy option cadets, after your freshman year in Navy ROTC, cadets have CORTRAMID, which is the Navy acronym for Career Orientation and Training for Midshipmen. This is 4 weeks long, 1 week each in aviation, surface, submarine, and Marine Corps. Second and first class cruises embed midshipmen with operational units at sea. For Marine option cadets, they will attend Officer Candidate School, or OCS, at Quantico for 6 weeks, the summer between their junior and senior year at the university. Events include long ruck marches, the grueling endurance course, and small unit leadership evaluations 1 and 2. Marine cadets are graded on tactical leadership under pressure, endurance, and grit. Let's move on to the Air Force. Air Force ROTC places greater emphasis on academics, aerospace studies, and leadership preparation, but it also has its own rigorous field test. Freshman year is known as AS 100, or Aerospace 100. This is where you'll learn aerospace foundations, the history of air power. You'll have weekly leadership labs and PT sessions. Sophomore year, or Aerospace 200, you will study the development of air power, leadership skills, and advanced PT. Students compete for a slot at field training. Your junior, or AS 300 year, contracted cadets serve in leadership positions within the detachment while completing advanced courses in air power and leadership. Your senior, or AS 400 year, prepares cadets for active duty with officer-level leadership training and mentorship roles. As far as academics go, you'll take aerospace studies courses each semester covering air power history, leadership, communication, and national security. GPA standards are monitored closely. As far as fitness goes, cadets must pass the Air Force Fitness Assessment, which includes a 1.5-mile run, push-ups, sit-ups, and a waist measurement. Standards increase each year. Field training is conducted at Maxwell Air Force Base, usually plus or minus 20 days. This is the Air Force ROTC's crucible. You'll have leadership reaction courses, drill, land navigation, expeditionary skills, combatives, and 24/7 evaluations. It's shorter than Army Advanced Camp, but highly stressful due to constant assessment and compressed intensity. The U.S. Space Force does not have a separate ROTC program. Instead, it commissions officers through the existing Air Force ROTC program, the same way that U.S. Marine Corps commissioned officers go through Navy ROTC. Key similarities and differences. They have a shared program. Cadets interested in the Space Force still enroll in and complete the standard Air Force ROTC curriculum. This includes the same aerospace studies courses, AS 100, 200, 300, and 400, the same leadership labs and physical training. For field training, cadets are still required to complete field training, which is a key part of the Air Force ROTC program. This boot camp style experience at Maxwell Air Force Base is mandatory for all cadets, regardless of their intended service branch. Career selection. The main difference is the career path. During their sophomore year, cadets compete for a commissioning slot and can indicate a preference to be classified as a space operations officer or other relevant career fields upon graduation. Specialized training. While the core curriculum is the same, some Space Force-bound cadets may have opportunities for specialized training, such as the Azimuth program, modeled under NASA's astronaut training, to introduce them to the space domain. So how hard is ROTC? Well, it's hard enough to test you, hard enough to change you. The Army will push you through rucks and patrolling lanes. The Air Force will stress you in its field training crucible. The Navy and the Marines will either give you a taste of fleet life or throw you headfirst into Quantico. It isn't just academics and PT, it's leadership forged under pressure. If you're serious about becoming an officer, prepare now. Start running, rucking, studying, and building the mental and physical toughness that you'll need to survive and thrive. If you're interested in learning more about preparing for ROTC, the military, or even special operations, I invite you to explore the resources available at my website, lifeisaspecialoperation.com. We have a free military leadership course so that you can become the leader that everyone loves. We have a free military planning course where you learn to plan like your life depends on it. We have fitness programs so you can get into amazing shape, a special operations mindset book and course so you can develop a champion's mindset, and a train-up course so that you arrive to your training prepared. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you want to join my Life as a Special Operations team, and be sure to forward this video to a friend or family member who needs to see it. Life is a special operation. Be the hero.